Hello, this is Jonathan Lane with Global Strings Alliance. And today we're going to talk about how dribbling a basketball is similar to your bow hold. Often when I taught middle school, I would take my students, my 7th graders or 8th graders, to the gym on a day when maybe the gym students are outdoors. And we'd get out basketballs and we'd dribble them. And the point here is that the fingertip control is what we use with a basketball. We don't use the palm, we use our fingertips. And we need to be able to do this and this. So fingertip control and wrist flexibility are the main points. Also in my own private studio, I have an advanced bass player and we're working on a Beethoven excerpt that requires spiccato. So I got out the basketball and we did a little bit of dribbling to refine her bow hold. I'm going to start with a viola bow and show you the subtle differences between the cello bow hold or bass bow hold, this is the French bass bow hold, and the violin and viola. So please note that I'm supporting the bow with my left hand. I don't ask students to do this with all this weight out here. So we have this, my fingers are equally spaced. Here is the violin viola bow hold. Here is the cello bass bow hold. Note that the differences are really pretty subtle. There's a tilt, pinky on top of the stick. Here, the pinky's in the middle of the frog. Again, here, and here. Another way to show it is this way. And you can demonstrate it from a group this way. And this, very subtle. The first finger does not change much. Notice that I am on the tips of my fingers, like the basketball. Now I'm going to switch to the cello. Here's the cello bow. I put the pinky on the dot, third finger on the silver, here and here. Notice the first finger is there. Now again, I could demonstrate in front of the classroom with a cello bow, violin bow hold, cello bass bow hold. Up in the air this way. Now the bass, the French bass bow. Here is that bow hold. Again, I put my pinky on the dot, third finger over the foot they call the ferrule. Second finger might touch the hair slightly, and index finger here. And again, like before, if I stand in front of the classroom, I could demonstrate a violin bow hold on a bass bow. Here's an example of the German bass bow. There are very fine players in both camps, German and French bow. I am primarily a French bow player and I teach French bow to my students. I actually recommend that school teachers, unless you are a bass player, study and play German bow, that you stay with the French bow in your school. However, if you have a good German bow teacher in the area, maybe this will work for you. But it's a little different. The thumb is on top of the stick and it's wrapped in here. Notice the pinky underneath. But the fingertip control that we talk about with the basketball is also there. I am on the fingertips. So here's an example of the German bow. Now I'm standing here with a violin bow. One of the points I want to point out is the thumb placement. The thumb placement on all the bows, excepting the German bass bow, is the same. We need not hitchhiker thumb, but a texting thumb. And the placement goes in part on the frog and the stick. And so we have this finger flexibility of the thumb. There are something I call thumb dimples. When you actually have your thumb in the correct part where your thumb hits the frog and the stick, and when you release it, there are marks on your thumb. I call these thumb dimples. Thumb placement. Thumb dimple.
Perfect.
Stay tuned for more videos from Global String Alliance and our future live webinars. I appreciate any kind of comments or criticisms that you have about how we do things.